Alright, hope everybody's having a great Thursday. I went out to Goodwill yesterday and I made a video and I decided I didn't feel like uploading it, so I'm uploading today on Friday. And I actually went out again Friday because I got an email from my friend saying there was another record sale. And I knew exactly what it was, leftovers from the previous record sale. But you know, now it was a tiny bit thinned out and I could see things a little bit better, but yet there was still like 20,000 records. And I came back with $8 worth of stuff, so let's get into this. And why am I shooting from here? Ignore all the stuff that's on the floor. This is a new old chair that I got. I needed a desk chair in the worst way. And what better way to get a nice early 20th century industrial, mid-century modern type oak chair here, and it's made by the Milwaukee Manufacturing Company. And one of my friends just about fell over when I told him I paid only $1 for this, and he said that part alone is worth probably something, because that's kind of cool, that cast part there. So it's really cool, and I'm glad I have a comfortable chair to sit in. So let's get into the stuff. I'm really tired because I've been lawn mowing and I can't get it all done. The lawnmower was just absolutely exhausted. It just wouldn't work. So, and I've only got like a quarter of the lawn done. It's just that bad. So let's get out of this here, and I'll just show you what I picked up today. Of course, you know, when a sale opens at 9 o'clock and a Goodwill opens at 8 and it's like barely a couple blocks down the road, you have to go to the Goodwill bins. And I found this model here. It's coming apart a little bit at the bottom. It's some ancient Ford or something like that. I don't really know my cars there. It's from the 70s, or the model kit might be from the 80s. It's a Lindbergh model. I don't see a copyright date there. The pin broke down here, so I need to figure out how to glue that better. I just thought that was kind of fun. There's another model I got, but I don't have it here. I'm trying really hard to keep that balance between collector and hoarder. It's just really getting hard, regardless of how much stuff I get rid of. Then my friend said, you gotta buy this, and I said, well, I'm a sucker for Doctor Who. It's a card game, the Classic Doctors Edition, Martin Wallace, and I just thought that was really cool to have. The cards are really awesome. I just wished I could show you, but it's got a lot of the Doctors and the Companions in there on some little small playing cards there. There is the back of it, so that's really cool to have that. I think I spent all of $3. At the $3 and a couple odds, I don't know, it was not even $4, but it was a little more than, but that was pretty heavy, and that was the bulk of the cost. So then back to the record sale, they also threw some books in the sale, which enticed one of my friends over there, and he found only about $3 worth of stuff. He found a compilation, I forget what the name of it is right now on the tip of my tongue. It had Dio on it, on the compilation. He had to have that, and he grabbed a couple of vintage books to resell. And I found only one book here. It's unfortunately been colored in, but I've never seen this. Let's see if there's a copyright date in here. No, there isn't. The Salfeld Publishing Company. The coloring book is in mint condition otherwise. And it's the Peanuts coloring book featuring Peppermint Patty. I think one of the very few times I've ever come across any vintage coloring books, and you can see Peppermint Patty's hair has not been colored in properly by whoever did the coloring book, because she's like practically bald right here, but whatever. It was $1 for every item, so I said sure, why not? And like I said, that's the first time ever. When I say vintage, I mean 70s. People say, well, Peanuts was created in the 50s and everything from Peanuts is from the 50s. No, it is not. The next thing I wanted to show, because I've got a lot to show here, is a COMC that came in. That's called Check Out My Cards, or Check Out My Collectibles. I cannot remember what the title is. Just now opening it. I went on one of those crazy buying sprees of like one of the hot players at the moment. But, you know, it was just one of the, I think that's what I did. I just don't really remember what I ordered. But I grabbed a few cards for my collection here. I think I have a few of these. This is numbered to 33 out of 99. Erasmo Ramirez. I think it's a snow camo parallel for my collection. Mind my fingers there because they're quite dirty. From the lawn mowing, you have to pull the grass out of the chute because it gets stuck all the time. Then we have Michael Grove, because my uncle said Michael Grove is the hot player of the moment, and he was, and now he isn't. But I got a Michael Grove number to, I think, $9.99, which is actually quite a lot, but what his cards were going for, if it was less than $1.99 or $9.99, was actually just ridiculous what I wanted to pay. I'm sorry for the shine, but these cards, there's nothing you can do about those. And then the rest of the cards are in a dumb little packet here, which doesn't seem to want to open here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I think we got it. COMC or COMC, Check Out My Cards, whatever you feel like calling them. They have all these little papers they stick in the back of your things there, and it makes it really difficult to show off your cards. We got a Martin Prado. I'm not sure why I grabbed that card. It's a set card of some kind. It's card number 337. Hopefully they gave me the right parallel. I don't know what that was for. Here's another Michael Grove. This is number 2. Okay. This is number 75. I got a good deal on the die cut there. It was, I think, $2 for that one, and eBay was double or triple that. Here's another one, number to $9.99. I got an extra one in case my uncle wanted it. Then we have, for my F1 set, Andreas Seidel. Not really a card that I particularly had to have, but it's just another one that checks off the list there. When you got 200 or 300 cards, and then we have another one here. We have Romain Grosjean. I think there was a spectacular crash of him a year or two ago or whatever that I saw in some sort of video or whatever. But I think that was him. Then we have Shelby Miller. I want to say that this was like a parallel. I mean, it's a parallel, but I mean it's what they call a short print photo variation or something like that. And this is one of the very first, even though I super collect 2015 tops, I think this is one of the very first ones I've been able to acquire. So that's really ridiculous. And then last but not least, we'll end on a hot note here for this card. David Hedison, better known as Felix Leiter in License to Kill. He died a few years ago. I tried to get his autograph and it didn't happen, but there he is, and now I have a full 9-card pocket page of David Hedison autographs for all under $2 each, which is absolutely criminal because they're about $20 on eBay. Now, let's get into what everybody wanted to see. We're 6 minutes and 34 seconds, the records. This one here is the original soundtrack from the Filmways motion picture. That's a lot to say. Summer Lovers. See if I can get this better here. It's got Stephen Bishop, The Cage featuring Nona Hendrix, Chicago, Depeche Mode, Heaven 17. That's why I grabbed it for those two bands. Elton John, I would have left it if I'd known he was there. Basil Polidorus, Michael Sembello, I also grabbed it because of him, and Tina Turner. And like I said, the other one, I forget what the title was, and there were 2 of those, and my friend grabbed the Dio one, and I could have grabbed that one here. But it's got Just Can't Get Enough with Depeche Mode on there, so that's really pretty cool to have that. It's in average condition, what you expect for some of those records. This one here is kind of cool because I guess it's a jazz record, and a lot of the jazz people pick through them, but how did they miss this one? The Swinginst Vito Musso. So that looks really cool with the gal in the car and I forget what kind of, that's not a Carmen Ghia, it's probably a Porsche or something, I don't really know. And then there's a saxophone, bass, and horn section, and drums and all, that's really pretty cool. And then there is probably Vito Musso right there, so that's really pretty neat. How people miss that one, I don't know, because jazz seems to be pretty hot from the last record store day. And most of these had plastic covers on them, some of them I forgot. This one here I grabbed because it's kind of, I don't want to say it's a nostalgic for me, but some of the very first records I ever bought were from KWU, which was donated to like a, I forget what it's called, but it's some sort of, animal shelter store, I forget what it's called. And KWU records were marked in that same font there, so probably the same person that labeled all these. This one just says Lady Beware. Original motion picture soundtrack, so I have no idea what this is all about. Probably from the 80s there, but like I said, I had a nostalgia connection to that, and so I bought that one for a whopping $1. The next one here, there were 2 copies of these. Some of these records, they pressed millions of them and nobody even cares, but if you're into the 70s, if you're into the, not the Hardy Boys, the Happy Days, that's what it is. I got Suzi Quatro, otherwise known as Leather Tuscadero, on Happy Days, and there were 2 of those, and I don't have any Suzi Quatro albums, so I figured I might as well get that. She was in part of the record store day, but I don't know if that was UK or USA, and I was not able to pick one of those up because no one had it. Then I picked this one up just because, and it's, again, one of those average condition. One guy was being a real stickler, but, you can't go to a dollar sale and be a stickler. You just really can't. You just have to kind of, take it or leave it, And this one is Sweet Pea Tommy Rowe. I don't know, again, why that was still there for a whopping $1. Somebody says $25, VG $15, so I have no idea. But anyway, so there's a few other songs that you may or may not recognize. Tommy Rowe is more famous for Dizzy. It looks like he might be getting dizzy there by spinning his head around. I have no idea. And I have no idea on half of this stuff, that's what I keep saying. So the next one here is something I've never heard of, Chaz Jankle. I mean, that's just, and this guy just in the dark, it's just this creepy looking Chaz Jankle. Again, with the plastic on the sleeves, that's really ridiculous. I have a window in front of me, and then it's bouncing back. So, Chaz Jankle looking at you. Well, here's looking at you, Chaz. And a lot of the records were these promotional ones. I'm not exactly sure how that happened, and there was still tons and tons of rap records, and it looked like they were selling for about listing for $10 a piece. But there's Chaz Jankle's album on A&M Records. So A&M, he could be just about anything there. And the last record here, again, is another nostalgic sentimental, because I used to watch this television show in syndication, or whatever you call reruns. And this is the Partridge Family Bulletin Board, and I'm pretty sure I did not have the Bulletin Board album. There were 2 of them, so I picked the best cover and the best record and put a piece of plastic over it and took that. And Roller Coaster, I think, is one of my favorite ones. No, not Roller Coaster, let's see. I'm trying to think of what the top one here is. Well, there's a few good songs on there, but if you like 70s, cheese, I mean, I don't want to call it cheese, but it's a welcome change from all the songs that have F words in their lyrics. Let's put it that way. It's a little more family friendly here, and I just really enjoy this. And I got to see him in concert before he died, obviously, before he died. But that's what I picked up today. That's all I feel like showing. I'm just really tired. I'm just ready to collapse. I'm just behind on everything. Hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching.